Hey team, it's Avi. Today is October 16th, 2025 for this recording. I just want to add some context for VIX and the overall market with what I'm seeing right now. Unfortunately, I'm traveling at the moment, so I'm not able to be as active in the Discord or live streamer or send out any kind of detailed analysis intraday. But what I'm looking at for VIX, which I've been posting about, if you go back. You're going to see when I exit pretty much a few of my long positions, which I took some profit, and I said that the market is pretty much setting up for, which seems to be some upside, which I was cautioning you on. And the reason for that, I'm just scrolling back, this is what, October 14th. I was talking about the setup on VIX, which was pretty bullish. VIX has entered bullish zone. Yeah, so you just go back. Anyways, yeah. So what I'm looking for tomorrow, here it is. It's been consolidating in this range that you can see right here, which is this high volume node on the daily chart. This chart I sent out on October 10th. It was still bearish, but I said be cautious for upside spike. I expected upside spike to come because we have the BX trender, which was bullish. We've been on an Elliott wave perspective. We have completed the E wave at the bottom. So technically that's you have wave 1 starting, that's the wave 2, and you're having that wave 3, 4, and then the 5 spike. Expect to see. So I was cautioning you there. Now, going into tomorrow, what I'm watching for, we are above that 1743 zone, which is right there, 1743. Once we exited or got above 1743, our next resistance was that 2044, 2183, which we got above. The level that I'm looking at for tomorrow is this level here, where you see this wave 4 right here, right across. That's $25. So there I expect to see some resistance at that level. That is one level I'm expecting to see some resistance. Let me go to the next image. And looking at the GEX or gamma exposure at 25, you see this big spike here that you're looking at. That's the gamma exposure, where technically when you see those big long bars, saying there's a lot of hedging at that area for upside. Now that area will act as resistance level. When you see that big spike, which is at 25, you're expecting once price get to that level, market makers may start to sell off shares to hedge their positions at that point. So you're expecting VIX to get into the resistance level at the GEX level of 25 tomorrow. If you can get above and hold 25, then you can see spike to $30, the next level where you're going to see more resistance. So the longer these red bars, green bars are, though they're market makers positioning for upside, they've been positioning for upside. It was positively skewed to the upside, but once price start getting to those level, market makers going to start deleveraging or hedging again by selling shares. So it's going to naturally act as a resistance level. So I just want you to know that from now. So your key level you're going to watch for tomorrow is that $25 level for VIX tomorrow. We have broken above resistance level out of that bull flag, and we're getting to that $29 and $29 to $30 level, which I marked off right here. And if you take your fib retracement tool from the top here, right at the top here, and you draw it all the way to the bottom here, you'll see this level that I have, $29 to $35 level, is actually fib 0.5 to 0.618. So naturally, you're expecting to have some sort of resistance level at that point, if you can hold that $25 level, which is a key GEX gamma exposure level that I'm looking at. So again, tomorrow, pay attention to VIX, what VIX is doing. If you're trading, pay attention to what price is doing at that $25 level as well. If price could stay above $25, expect naturally the market has an inverse relationship with GEX, not with GEX, with VIX. So you would expect the market to pull down a bit more. I'm still expecting a bit more downside in the market. I could be wrong. Because VIX, I'm expecting VIX to move up to that $29 level, $30 level or so. Now, that's what I expect to happen. what I want you to pay attention to is any sort of divergences, whether it's bullish or bearish divergences. And this is what I want you to look for. If VIX continues to move to the upside and is staying above 25 and is going to 30, but the market is not selling off as it should, and it's just in a consolidating range, in that case, it's acting as a bullish divergence, because then you might start to see volatility just die off and we have a spike in the overall market. A spike, when I say spike, I'm talking about upside movement. If VIX is moving up and the market is dropping, that's a natural reaction that I want to see. But if VIX is continually to move up and the market is not really moving down as it should and is just consolidating, be careful. That's a bullish divergence, because you can see a quick sell off on VIX if it hits 29 to 30 and the market just start moving back up. So be careful with that. If VIX is finding resistance at 25 and is dropping, and the market is not naturally going up as it should because of the inverse relationship it has with VIX, then in that case, that's a bearish divergence. Because what you can see happen is that VIX is pulling back. It's retesting that $21 area, while the overall market is not moving up. It's just consolidating there again. And then you might see VIX spike again, and that's when the market just really pulls back. So in that case, it's going to be a bearish divergence. What you want to see happen is if VIX is moving up, the market should be pulling back. And if VIX is pulling back, the market should be seeing some upside. If that's not happening, be careful. Just pay attention to those things in the overall market. I did send out the Elliott wave charts as well for SPY and everything that you can see. So you have the Elliott wave charts, and I put some levels here so you have some context to go with it. Again, these Elliott wave chart is suggesting that VIX finds some resistance at 25 and it starts to pull back, and you're going to see that upside movement. But just be careful, because Elliott wave just give you a perspective, a forecast of the market, but your levels are very important. So you have to use Elliott wave and in conjunction with what price action, what it's doing at that moment as well. All right, that's my take. I just want to add some context on the overall market tomorrow. This is a market you want to scalp and not necessarily swing trade at the moment. It's getting a bit volatile with VIX there. So just be very cautious. If you're scalping, take your profit. I don't recommend swing trading, especially if you're in larger positions. Matter of fact, I don't suggest you getting to large positions. Manage your risk very carefully at this moment. All right, hopefully that was helpful. All right, guys. See you guys on a live stream next week once I'm back from Virginia. Take care. Bye.